So for this part of the assembly tutorial, we will be constructing one hand sensor pod for one of the hands, and in this case, the right hand. But you can follow the same process to create a hand sensor pod for the left hand. There's a few parts that we need to make, and there's a few parts that we need to 3D print. So you should already have 3D printed an Aruko cube and a Manus mount that will allow you to mount the cameras to the Manus glove. How this works is this part slides onto the Manus glove, onto the back, using the mount that's already on the Manus. And this is the part that we'll be making. So let's set the glove aside and set this part aside so we can start making this. So other than the 3D printed parts, you'll need 8 M2.5 by 4mm screws, your USB dongle, 2 palm cameras that should already have the wide angle lens, some zip ties, and some common tools such as Allen key, cable cutters, scissors, VHB tape, and a screwdriver. So to start, grab your Manus mount. Make sure it's the right one for the right hand. So in this case we have the right hand one, but for the left hand it's mirrored. Now grab one of your cameras, and basically what you want to do is line it up such that this white connector is pointing on the lower side of this Manus mount. Then you're going to proceed to screw it in using your M2.5 screws. Okay, once you have had one camera installed, now grab the other one and we're going to follow the similar process and position the white connector on the lower side of this mount. So on this side. Please don't put it on the higher side. It won't fit properly. Or rotate the camera like this. Don't do this. Just put this such that it's on the lower side, parallel to the axis of the cameras. Okay, now that we have the cameras attached to the Manus mount, we can set it aside and get to making our Aruko marker cube. So with each Aruko marker, there's a piece of paper that you need to print out. It looks like this. And basically what we want to do is cut out this part and this square individually because it doesn't fit on the page. So let's cut it out. Now you'll notice that on each square there's a number corresponding with a word that describes where the marker should go and the number the marker represents. So if we're using this as the top of the marker, what we want to do is basically place, first crease the edges a little bit so it's easier for us to make the marker. Simply lay this on top like this. At this point, you'll see that the top marker is on the top, the back marker is pointing towards me, front marker is pointing forwards, left is pointing to left, and then we have this last right marker that we have to adhere to the right side when we're done. So grab some clear tape, and what we want to do is basically tape the edges so that they're down. Okay, so once we've taped down all of the sides except for the right side, note the bottom is blank because that will sit on top of our Manus mount. We can go ahead and tape the right side on. And on this, there's a label that says this side up, which will point towards the top side. So just place the marker on like so, and tape it down. Okay, great. So the marker should look something like this, with all 5 sides covered except for the bottom. And now what we want to do is basically tape this marker onto the back of our Manus mount so that it's able to track the wrist. So how we do this is we find the back and the front side and apply a thin strip of VHB tape on each, on both. Once you've peeled off the plastic off the VHB, you want to find the front side of your Ruco cube and align it with the long edge of the Manus mount, and try to center this cube onto the back of the mount and just press it down. Make sure it's as parallel to this long edge as possible for the most accurate position tracking. So once you have that, all you have to do is clean up the cables a little bit using the zip ties. There's a loop here where you can loop zip ties through. Take the 2 cameras that you have and plug them into the USB dongle, and this gives you one port that you are able to use later for both cameras. Just about done. Now you're able to take your Manus glove and slot this onto the back, just like that. And this is just like the marker that I showed in the beginning.